Welcome back to our live show. According to a new study, many of us define financial success as security. The Ages, Stages, and Money study also looked at how we manage money and how we regard our finances at different stages of life. Some interesting results. We're joined this morning by financial strategist Marcy Keckler to delve further into those results. Good morning, Marcy.
Good morning, Cheryl.
So tell us, what's the background on this survey? When was it taken and who was surveyed for this?
We talked to 3,000 people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, all the way up into their 70s. So we talked to a large group of people late last year to understand, what does financial success mean to them? And what are the money milestones in their lives? And have they had any obstacles? Really, how are they thinking about their money today? And we learned some interesting things. We learned, first of all, there are some surprising similarities even with that broad range of ages. We learned people feel that financial success isn't about buying things, it's not about stuff, it's about a feeling of confidence and security and knowing that they can provide for their families. And so I think that's really consistent across all the ages we talk to. We also know there are some bumps on the road. 8 out of 10 people told us they'd had some sort of a financial obstacle and they had found a way to overcome it. So every journey is unique, but there may be some bumps on the road and there are things people can do about it.
So you talked a little bit about some of the similarities. What were some of the big differences that you found in the different stages of life?
What we found is that at different life stages, people are focused on different things. And it may be about your age, but it may be just about what you're focused on. So for people who are really just getting started, what we called kind of asset accumulators, those are people who are focused on trying to build up their savings and investments, and they're trying to balance their needs today, whether that's living expenses, paying down debt, with their goals for the future, retirement, and even other long-term goals. So those asset accumulators are really trying to get it all in balance. And those tended to be people in their 30s and 40s, but some were even in their 50s. The next focused area is people who are really asset maximizers. They are trying to turbocharge their saving and investing with retirement as a key goal, but other goals as well. And people in that kind of focused area around asset maximizer were people in their 40s, 50s, some in their 30s, but they tended to be just a little bit older. And the final group were asset sustainers, people who have already moved into or are about to move into retirement. People in their 60s and 70s, although some people in their 50s as well, their focus is on making their money last, making sure that what they've built up is going to last over their lifetime.
We mentioned that security is something that everybody's looking for. Do you have any tips for us this morning on how to boost our financial confidence no matter what age we are?
We know there are things you can do regardless of your age. And the first thing is to really define your goals, what's important to you, and write it down in a plan. Having a written plan drives people's sense of financial confidence about the future. The second thing, and we heard this loud and clear from the people we talked to, is to live within your means. We know that no matter what your income level is, if you can find a way to both handle today's living expenses, any debt payment, and saving for the future, living within your means made a big difference in people's financial confidence. Next would be prepare for the unexpected. We heard people say things happen on the road that can be a little bumpy. Being prepared in advance makes a big difference, whether that's having a cash reserve you can lean on for an unexpected major expense, or even reviewing the insurance coverage that you have in place. And the final thing to consider is getting a second opinion, working with a financial professional who can take a look at your situation and maybe help you consider strategies you haven't yet employed that could make a difference and boost your confidence.
If you had one big takeaway, Marcy, from today and from that survey, what would it be for our viewers?
I think the big thing that I would say is every journey is unique, and if you have had some bumps along the road, there are things you can do to overcome those obstacles. The people we talked to said they'd had that happen and found a way through living within their means, focusing on saving, and being flexible. Having a plan can help you get back on track.
And do you have someplace our viewers can go for more information?
Yeah, we've got great information at our website, ameriprise.com/ages.
All right, sounds great. Marcy Keckler, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Cheryl.
You're very welcome. And we will put a link to more information on the Ages, Stages, and Money study on our website. All you have to do is go to WTVR.com/VTM by early this afternoon to find that there. Bill?